Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for April 1st through the 7th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Gemini. Oopsie doops. The overall energy for the reading, the Justice card. So, trying to keep yourself balanced here by the looks of it. In the recent past, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. That's a pretty solid energy right there, pretty good energy. Heart open, really putting effort into something that's quite meaningful. Looks good. Now, in the current situation, the Six of Wands, the Devil, the World card. You could be closing off a pretty toxic cycle here, which is going to be unpleasant. You know, okay, the fact that you're closing this off and you're no longer going to deal with it, great. But that doesn't mean that the process of it is going to be smooth necessarily. So maybe that's where this keeping yourself balanced comes into play. Okay. In the immediate future, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Swords, the Death card. It's one of those things where you feel like you're done with something, you've completed something, and then, you know, you go about your day, you do your thing, and then it hits you back. Worse than it did initially, kind of a thing. That's kind of how it looks like, because I see this energy coming back around, even as you really feel good about, okay, I'm done with this, you know. So it could be just the energy of it that kind of comes back, because it's like, well, you didn't really close it off, so you still need to work on it, and then here it goes, without any other energies around it, just the actual whatever this is, because I don't know what it is, without any people attached to it necessarily, because I don't see that. But anyways, let's clarify. Let me do the Justice card. Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Fool. Yeah, you're putting something behind you. I don't know what it is. It's looking like when you do that, you feel good about it. So it's something that, oh my God, I can't wait for it to happen. But again, kind of emphasizing that the process itself is not going to be necessarily easy. So it's definitely one of those where you're looking forward to what happens next, but as you go through it, kind of tough. Let me do the Nine of Cups. In the recent past, the Death card, the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups. All right. Well, I mean, I kind of see your heart opening up towards something and then closing off, potentially closing that something off, and then opening back up again. So it almost seems like an indication of, you know how you go through the loss of something very meaningful and you're like, I'm never gonna love again, or things like that. I kind of see it like that, but then it happens, you know? So you definitely are opening up to something new here as you think, oh no, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Let me do the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, something looks good here. Something feels really, really good. And it definitely comes in with you opening up your heart slowly but surely. It's not one of, it doesn't come through as one of those things of, oh my God, I'm seeing this energy. It's like, pfft, here I am, super open. It's kind of a process to it. So it feels like, you know, one day at a time kind of a thing, where you don't even necessarily realize, oh, I'm being drawn to it more and more, until you're there and you're like, uh-oh, what am I doing here? You know? Definitely allows you the space and time to remember to put yourself first too. Also, this whole situation, whatever this is. So it's kind of nice. Let's do the Eight of Pentacles. The Star, the Two of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. I mean, ultimately, it's kind of shown up in the air, where you're looking very involved in this emotionally, but it's not settled into something of, oh, okay, this is what this is, you know, not for you at least, where it seems like you have no clarity over what this represents exactly. And I don't think that comes from your lack of clarity. I feel like it's coming from whatever it is you're interacting with here, in the sense of, I don't know where this other energy is at, you know. As far as you're concerned, you seem to be pretty open, but you're keeping yourself open regardless. Let's do the Six of Wands in the current situation. The Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Swords. It could be a pattern of yours or something that kept you stuck for a very long time, because I see you looking forward, and every time you look forward, you look really, really happy, really content, really like, oh my God, super excited about what's up ahead beyond this, whatever it is you're closing off here. So it could be something that harmed you, something of yours that harmed you, or not even harmed you in that way of, oh, yeah. But definitely kept you stuck somewhere, you know. Could be a pattern of yours. You're breaking through that, definitely. Let me do the Devil. Six of Wands, the Judgment card, the Emperor. Yeah, and within this pattern, whatever it is you were doing, you thought, you know, you're doing good. You're doing good where you're at. Not realizing, hey, I'm not necessarily evolving here. I'm not growing, you know? Because it did feel good, but there's a lot of a theme. I've noticed a common theme for the collective. I think I got it in Leo, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the fire signs, where it comes through a little bit as, when it gets comfortable, we don't even realize we're actually stagnating. You know, we get comfortable, but we get comfortable a little too long. And then we don't realize, hey, I'm stagnating here. I need to grow. I need to evolve. And I'm not going to do that because, you know, this feels good. So it could be one of those here that you're dealing with. Something similar to that. Because the energy of growth and expansion is definitely here for you. You know, in terms of, it's right there underneath your skin. You just have to align with it, and you're like, but yeah, I'm doing good here. I think I'm doing good, you know. But knowing at the same time, no, I'm not doing good because I need to evolve. You know what I mean? So it's a frustrating kind of a revelation here, but you're trying to close that off here for you. For the World card, you get the Three of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's both sides of the thing that, whatever energy that is that tells you, hey, this is good, this is comfortable. You don't need to go anywhere. You could just chill here in this energy. And then the energy of expansion that comes and pulls on you, like, no, you need to go. You need to go. You know, you need to move out of here. And dealing with both at the same time, I see you going a little nuts in there, being like, ah. At times, not all the time, but there's definitely a closure here where these two parts are not going to be pulling on you at the same time anymore, you know. That indicates, especially with the moving energies, it indicates a sense of you breaking free from that, you know, and starting to slowly but surely step into the energy of expansion and growth here for yourself. For the Wheel of Fortune in the immediate future, you get the Four of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the World card. Huh. So I see I see this coming to a close, but I also see the excitement of moving away from this. And I wonder if you're giving yourself enough time to grieve this part that you're letting go of. Because, you know, even when we're so eager to let things go that don't serve us anymore, they were still part of us. And a lot of the times we just kind of speed through the process. And that's actually grieving. It was a part of us. It was a part of our life. It was something happened there that we fully participated in, and then we just breezed right through it. It's like, nah, like it didn't even exist. And then I see you stopping for a little bit and acknowledging, hey, there's actually a grieving process to this, you know? Or this energy is kind of tapping you on the shoulder, like, where do you think you're going? I need some grieving here, you know what I mean? So you're definitely giving yourself a little bit of time after initially wanting to kind of sprint out of there, you know? Okay. Something is stopping in your tracks here, and you're definitely stopping. You know, you're definitely being like, okay, you're cooperative here. For the 9 of Swords, you get the Chariot, the 8 of Swords, the Devil. It could also be a little bit of a trap in the sense of, if this is a pattern, this whole sense of keeping yourself in a place where it's comfortable, and it's a pattern of yours, old patterns are always going to try to come back in, to be like, hey, come back in, it's cozy here. Come on, let's go, let's do this again. You know how to do this, you know how it works. You're going towards new, what is that? You don't know how to do that? This, you know, you've been doing it forever, you know? So it's a slippery slope here for you. I see you stopping, you know, giving this situation the time it needs, but then if you spend a little too much time here, you could be going right back into that cycle, right back into that pattern, you know? And I see you stressing about that, like, well, how much time should I give them? Well, feel your way into it. Just when it starts feeling very, very cozy in there and you not moving again, then you know, okay, it's time to get up and go, you know? This grieving process, I can deal with it here. I can deal with it along the way too. It doesn't have to be all in one place and all for like 10 years, because then you're not moving anywhere, you know? So when this happens, when you feel like you get a little comfortable, I see you panicking a little bit and being like, oh my God, what's happening? I feel like I haven't changed anything. And it's like, stop panicking. When that happens, just get up and go, you know? Let's do the Death card. The 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Magician. You got a lot of work to do here in the immediate future. There's a lot of work that you're doing, actually. And it's because you want to. With the Magician being here, you definitely want to. Old habits that don't serve you, old stuff that's just there. And it was there. It worked out for as long as it did, but now it's no longer working out. So you're closing off left and right here, things that just don't serve you anymore. They're not good for you anymore. In the middle of it all, you panic a little bit, but you kind of gather it up together. There's a lot of energy of letting go here in the immediate future. A lot, a ton for you. But all these things that you're letting go of, they need to go. You know, it almost feels like, okay, I'm ready. Now, all of it. Usually I don't see this much. I see it, you know, a little bit at a time. But you're like, no, bring it on. I'll let it all go. I'm like, okay. Yeah, just know some of these energies, most of these energies, there's going to be a grieving period to it in whichever way it wants to come. It's not, oh my God, I've lost. No, you know, but like acknowledging, hey, you know, this part of me that I've been part of, I'm putting right here and I'm walking away from it. Acknowledge it, you know, embrace it and let it go. Because there's a ton. There's a ton that's coming here. You're doing great through it. You know, there's this little panicking mode here, but it's very tiny compared to the what I'm seeing here, basically. So you're doing it. You're doing it. Maybe it's time. Maybe I don't know. But you're like, okay, letting it all go. Oh, that's fine. Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords. You could be coming from a place of a lot of self-love and self-care. So it makes sense, you know? Because then you start looking around you and you're like, what do I need? What's good for me? This is not good for me. What's it still doing here? Okay, it needs to go, you know? So kind of makes sense now. You're a little scared, which is normal. To, you know, as you go through this process, to not throw out things that, oh my God, what if I need this someday? You'll find it. If you need it, you'll find it, or it'll find you. There's no need to stress about things. Just go with what you feel. If you feel something in your environment is no longer good for you, no longer serving you, just let it out, let it go. You know, because this is a big one. I don't think you can avoid this, and I don't think you want to, because I kind of see you calling this in. You know, this period of time of, let's just purge it all out. Let's let it all out. So it could be a little stressful. Don't make it more stressful than it needs to be. Just let it play out. As I said, when you start feeling yourself panicking, that means that there's some energy that's inviting you to work with it. Either the one of getting up and going, if it gets too comfortable, all sorts of energies through letting things go may appear. But they don't need to scare you. And always remember, you asked for it, you know? So, because we do most of the times. So, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.